extend time for questions.
For how many minutes?
For 5 minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so extend it for 5 minutes.
I'm Lauren Hemley. I'm a media and publicity at large. In 3 to 4 years, if the economy is still the way it is, and we're at the same level we are right now with our university-wide budget, and budget cuts are still in effect, can we review this policy and change it? Because if we're still at the same place we are then as we are now, then it's not going to be able to go into effect. So my question is, are we going to be able to review this if we pass it now, in 3 to 4 years when they're actually wanting to implement it?
I'm not very sure on the policy questions of what we can do, and I think David would be able to answer that question better.
Yeah, so if we wanted to review something down the line that might be relatively to be passed in the future regarding this issue, should circumstances change and should priorities change. But as far as this current piece of legislation goes, I guess a vote in favor of it would essentially indicate that this is something that we recognize as important to the development of the university, to the development of faculty at this university, in the status quo with the expectation that things will change down the line based on what we know right now. Obviously, things could change in the future, and we can change our response. But in the status quo, we would just be acting upon what we know in the status quo.
Hi, my name's Annette. I'm a co-director for the Student Association for the School of Information, and my question is whether or not there's going to be a grandfather system for this. So faculty have been teaching for 6 or 7 or 15 years at the university already. In 3 or 4 years, if this were to actually take effect hypothetically, are those faculty immediately going to qualify for this guaranteed paid leave? Because I would be concerned about a mass exodus of professors who all of a sudden want to take advantage of this because they've been,
Right.
because they now know about this system. Or is that something where this passes and then they have to wait another 6 to 7 years before they actually have the opportunity to take this paid leave?
Right, I'm sure that we don't know the details of this faculty sabbatical program, leave program that the faculty council is creating right now. And so I would assume that they would make rules for those situations, and we just have to rely on faculty council when they make their rules that they will take that into consideration. And we can definitely bring that up with them if we have needs.
The reason why I ask that is because we are a graduate school. And so our professors have very specific, very focused classes that they teach that are only offered, very rarely, once a year, that kind of thing. And we can't necessarily easily get another professor in to fill their slot. And that's why it's a concern of ours. If suddenly 4 of our professors leave, that would have a massive impact on our particular institution.
Right.
I was just having a question. You are doing the faculty sabbaticals on top of the like you're doing.
Yes, so what we're going to advocate for is we're advocating for both FRA and
Right. Now, would there be some sort of requirement system limiting a time requirement between being able to get a faculty sabbatical and then getting another FRA? Because it seems to me if there wasn't, some professor could be able to take 3 semesters and do a sabbatical, or perhaps every 3 or 4 years be able to go to a sabbatical, and then 3 years later go to an FRA, and then 3 years later be eligible for another sabbatical, which I think would probably disrupt.
Well, only a few professors are allowed to do an FRA, and so they would have to they'd have to apply, and a committee will review their application, and therefore the committee will take into consideration the amount of faculty sabbaticals that one has taken already.
And I believe that it's also that you are limited to 1 sabbatical to every 6 or 7 years, that you cannot take a sabbatical every 2 years, after 6 or 7 years, that it's a cycle.
I'm Kalyan. I'm at large with the curriculum committee. You mentioned a lot of universities already have that program, but also a problem at a lot of those universities is a lot of their esteemed faculty don't teach any of the courses there.
But we don't know the details. The faculty council will take care of all these details. And most of the faculty sabbaticals, if you go to the other universities, and look at their websites, they do have these rules in place, and so they will take care of that.
Okay, that's another 5 minutes. Is there a motion to extend Q&A? By how many minutes? Is there a second? Okay, extend 5 more minutes. June. Go ahead.
The title says it's in support of the faculty sabbatical program, so are we just show support for the faculty sabbatical program, or is there something they've already done now and they know already?
Well, what the Faculty Council has called this program that they're going to develop a faculty sabbatical leave program, and so therefore we titled it the legislation that way.
So they already have to do that.
Yes, they are currently needing to hammer out all these details that entail the program.
So the next question is, can we just vote on this after they give us the details about how many we're going to allocate for that, or we have to vote next week?
So we will take this back to your councils, and then we will meet next Thursday in committees where we can answer questions, and David will be going around answering policy, as well as I'm sure Jonathan and the other authors. And then it will be under unfinished business on the next GA. And I think it will require a motion to vote, so. Stephen.
Stephen Radford, Science Council Senator. Just to clarify, is this resolution to support, I don't know what you're saying, to support a specific plan, or I was kind of the impression this resolution is just to say we support the initiative of creating this faculty program, not necessarily that we support a specific, like here are the details, it must be like this, but I would expect that we would agree, if this was an issue later on in 3 or 4 years, we would see a proposal, we would then be able to say we support this proposal or so forth. I was under the understanding this is just to support the initiative itself in general.
Yeah, this is exactly what we're doing. We're just supporting the initiative of Faculty Council to develop this program. We're not supporting any one specific.
Hank Deary, Program Director for the Bar Semester. I might just be ignorant of the fact, but what do professors who don't teach over summer do with their time off? I mean, there's only a portion of students on campus, so do you know what they do at that time? Are they doing research?
I would assume they're doing research and taking on what interests